Now, the eThekwini Municipal Council has decided to postpone the approval of the final draft budget for the 2022-23 financial year. It comes after the Mayor's State of the City address. Newzroom Afrika's Karinda Jagmohan is standing by with the latest for us. Karinda, no shortage of challenges, and I suppose that the whole point of the State of the City address is to provide some kind of vision around how it is officials are going to move the city in a direction where they're able to deal with just the plethora of issues that have come up over the last year.
Indeed, yes, the State of the City address should be one to talk about plans going forward. But indeed, earlier today we saw the eThekwini Mayor speak about the tragedies that have been from 2020. We saw the first COVID-19 case in KZN, the city being a hotspot for the virus. We saw the July unrest last year, and of course this year, the devastating April floods. Now, the budget of just over 54 billion rand was tabled here, but it has not been passed on. This matter has been postponed for the next week as negotiations about how to spend this money is being conducted between parties. I'm joined by the IFP eThekwini caucus leader, Mdu Nkosi. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. Can you just tell us the IFP's take on how the budget is being spent? What concerns do you have?
Well, we have discovered that there are some issues within the budget. One of the issues is the issue of budget of overtime in line department, different of many of them. So we are not happy about those line departments spending a lot of overtime. The issue of loan borrowing, with now coming with 500 million, we are saying let's go and collect our money from the provincial government rather than to go and borrow more money, because that will be a burden to taxpayers of eThekwini in the next financial year. So it is better for us that we collect what is belonging to us from the provincial government. If it means that we use court to demand them to pay us, let us do so. But another thing, there were other consultation that we feel that has not been done. The issue of Ingonyama Trust flat rate that municipality proposed to charge. We believe that there is more need to be done in terms of consultation, because we don't want a situation after that problems will be created. But also people have been waiting for quite long in shelters after the floods. Go and renovate the buildings that are there in eThekwini that are not being used. Some of them are the cause of criminal activities in the city. Some of them belongs to the city, some of them belongs to the provincial government. But what we are saying, it's better to renovate those buildings rather than to go for the shorter route of transit camp. People have been sitting in transit camp for quite a long time. Now, if you want to give the materials to the people, they will go and rebuild their informal houses next to bank rivers, and come the floods, they will be washed away. But the suggestion that we are making of renovating this building, I think it's a best way, in a suitable way. It's a formally housing, and they can even pay services to the municipality.
Sir, just lastly, there's been talks about spending millions of rands on entertainment projects as part of the city's budget. What's your take on this? Is enough money being sent to the relief aid sector?
Well, on those entertainment, we said we need to cut it. It's one of the reasons we said cut some of the spending, because it doesn't make sense that most of the money will go to the entertainment. Yes, we understand that people do need some relief after the floods and also after looting and COVID, but let's just cut some of the spending, so then we spend a lot of money in the service delivery. The people don't have electricity as we speak. They are protesting, they don't have water. Let us focus in those areas. Now, another concern from us as IFP, we spend a lot of money on the operational budget, but when you look at the capital budget, is little that we budgeted for. So we said to the CFO, go and revisit that, because you need to focus more on what we are going to get in future, because the project that have not started, for example, the Catalyst project, are the ones that can assist us in terms of creating jobs and also investing money to the municipality in the form of correction rates.